It's time to accept that the future is in your hands, and it's time to do something about it. The only thing stopping you from being happy is yourself. You are the one who sets the boundaries for yourself, not anyone else. Whatever your problem, whatever your age, and wherever you live, you have a right to happiness. It's time to accept that the future is in your hands, and it's time to do something about it. Excuses. The easiest way to avoid something is to find an excuse for yourself. We all do this when we can't make time to go to the gym, or refuse to learn a new language, motivated by age. I'm sure something inside tells you it's wrong, but you always find a way to ignore it, don't you? But if you decide to become happy, then it's time to drive away laziness. It's never too late to start something new and exciting. Failed relationships. Everyone has their own past, and that cannot be changed. But you're not going to put up with it, are you? A huge part of our past that is holding us back has to do with romantic relationships. It will be hard for any person to accept the fact that all the efforts and time they put in were in vain. Do you want to be happy? Say goodbye to the past and open yourself to the future. Experiences. Feelings lead to nothing. They will not help get rid of the painful problem. They harm productivity and health. Getting rid of stress starts with accepting that you already have it. It's not that hard to do, just try to find a way to put all your thoughts together. Meditation will clear your mind and be good for your body. So why not try? Addiction. Get rid of your addiction and start enjoying life. And it doesn't matter if it's drugs or alcohol, because all this has a bad effect on your success. However, having a bad habit must first be accepted. And you should not refuse help, because this is what specially trained people work for, who can teach you how to get rid of such problems and explain in detail how this process goes. Hasty decisions. There is no rush. You will have enough time for everything, so that you don't miss anything, even if you decide to go the distance and think a little. Sure, it's important to indulge in random and crazy things sometimes, but for the most part, all your decisions should be the result of careful thought. Then you will know about the reasons for this or that decision, and what consequences can be expected from it. When faced with a choice, take a deep breath and consider what works best for you. Regrets. They say that people get smarter with age. The accumulated experience helps us to judge the correctness or incorrectness of the decisions made earlier. This is an unpleasant price of knowledge, but the result is definitely worth it. You need to accept the fact that perfect people do not exist. We all make mistakes sooner or later. The most important part of dealing with regrets is to forgive yourself and ask for forgiveness from others. Do not force yourself to suffer because of what has already passed. Resentment. If you seek forgiveness from other people, you must first learn to forgive yourself. Blaming and judging other people for past misdeeds will not achieve anything. Let go of your resentment by making room for good things in your life. And yes, such negative thoughts only create an additional load on your brain, and releasing them allows you to feel open to the world again. Control over the future. Wise decisions and thoughtful plans are one thing, but trying to influence how things turn out in the end is a completely different story. Unfortunately, no matter how hard you try, people can't predict the future, and for good reason. When something unexpected happens, you have no way of preventing it. As a result, your life becomes much easier. High expectations can destroy even good things, so stop controlling everything around you, and just enjoy life. Irresponsibility. You may fail due to irresponsibility and a frivolous approach. The secret to success is the same everywhere, whether it's work, relationships, or family. If you want to achieve something, you must put effort into it. Right now you are not yet aware of the presence of your dissatisfaction with life. but this seed of doubt germinates very quickly. So pull yourself together and get to work. Bad company. It doesn't matter why you are following the person, want to befriend, or build a relationship with them. Just stop doing it immediately. If he does not appreciate you, and your efforts enough to give you a chance, then explanations will be superfluous. He is not worthy of you. Yes, it's hard to handle, and you're sure to be disappointed. You have already done everything possible, and if this is still not enough, then it's time to accept and learn how to live on. Pleasing. Has anyone made a list of people you should serve all your life? Hardly. Of course, bringing happiness to others is a pretty broad gesture, and the feeling that comes when you put a smile on someone's face is unmatched. But when all your efforts stop paying off, you should stop and see what happens next. This will not harm a sincere relationship, because both parties want to maintain the connection that exists between them. In other words, don't even try to do things on your own that require joint efforts. Own boundaries. Lack of faith in yourself builds invisible walls around you. We won't know what we're capable of unless we try first. I am sure there are at least a few things that you would like to try, but you cannot decide on them because of fear. Well, this is the perfect moment to get rid of imaginary boundaries and finally feel alive. Sadness. Decisive and successful individuals do not allow themselves to give up. It is pointless to spend time on this. You will only lower your self-esteem and waste time that could be spent on things that bring happiness and satisfaction. If you feel sad again, think about what caused it and draw conclusions so that this does not happen again. Even an unpleasant turn of events can have positive consequences. Constructive thinking contributes to success, since the ability to objectively assess circumstances reduces the number of times that make you upset. Misunderstanding. Many problems begin with a person's search for his place in the world. Not everyone is destined to be born with incredible talents, which is why it is so easy for ordinary people to immediately find like-minded people. Realize that being unusual is not so bad. Your inability to find yourself in society only indicates that you are not like others, and that you are unique. In addition, things that require a certain amount of labor and time help you begin to appreciate your achievements and not take them for granted. When you succeed, you will realize that it was worth all the trouble you had to go through as an outsider. Pretense. If you think that the easiest way to adapt to social requirements is to hide your true nature from people, then you are greatly mistaken. A genie cannot be kept in a bottle forever. It will be difficult for you. You will become vulnerable, but if you want people to truly love you, you will have to take off your mask in front of them. Do everything gradually, do not give up, and you will succeed. Finding easy ways. Do you know the sweet feeling of pleasure when you are rewarded for your long and hard work? Refusing to fully devote all your attention and strength to the task at hand, you will never feel it. It is unlikely that you will receive an inheritance from a relative whose existence was not even suspected, or a lottery win that will change your whole life. It's time to roll up your sleeves and earn what you dream of. Old things. As a rule, a person forms a strong emotional connection with some things, especially with clothes. So, for some, an old shirt can serve as a reminder of an ex-lover who treated him badly. A worn sweater can be a reminder of a long-gone Christmas during the divorce of his parents, and an old-fashioned bag can be a gift from a friend with whom you no longer communicate. All the important memories stay with you, but if you continue to collect clothes and other accessories, you will soon turn your home into a museum of the past. And that's even worse than keeping real skeletons in the closet. It is not necessary to buy only branded clothes. So, instead of buying a super expensive handbag that fits one mobile phone, it's better to choose a solid backpack where you can put everything you need. Let your clothes take not by quantity, but by quality. Unhealthy food. When times get tough, the quality of your diet is immediately reflected in your appearance. Delicious food with high energy value will help you avoid obesity. The only thing that is required of you is to learn how to cook such dishes. Anyone can learn, it just takes a little practice. A great solution would be to attend special cooking classes, or look at online guides and interactive recipes that are common today, thanks to which you do not even have to leave your home. Watching a professional cook gives you the inspiration you need, which is the first step to mastering a new skill. Disgust for your body. What would happen to our world if all people looked the same? Each person looks unique. This is the concept of beautiful. You do not need to spend every second of your time worrying about the opinions of others. It is important to take care of your body, exercise and develop it, and leave everything else in the care of Mother Nature. Whether you will be happy depends on how willing you are to accept yourself. If you don't like yourself, how can someone else like you? Money. Money is the main cause of stress. We all worry that we will not have enough financial resources to buy beautiful things. But in the pursuit of money, we miss all the fun. Start looking at money as if it were your next job at the office. Do what is required of you, and forget about it. Money management needs to be learned, and if you do not have experience in this matter, we advise you to read special literature. Your life will become much easier and happier if you learn to control your cash flows.